Yo, you guys think you'd ever see anyone actually use the Steam browser for like anything? Ever? It's kind of useful sometimes. Also, whoever still has this in the actual the bar here, bit concerning. Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do just a quick PSA video. Realistically, this video should have probably been out yesterday. I do apologize. I'm still working on that whole schedule thing. We'll get it right. No worries. But I wanted to talk really quick about taking advantage of the current boosts that are going on that are going away at maintenance basically tomorrow. So if you guys don't know, there is currently a pretty substantial boost rate going on, not only for fixing, but for augmenting and item enhancements. And one thing we can take advantage of is the recent change that they made over in the shop. So if we go over to ZME shop, up over here, we can see that we have Gold Perm Sword 2s plus 60 and Endemios, which you can purchase 100 of these and 40 of these. Basically, you're getting a lot more value out of the shop now than previously, which is a good way of doing things. Because they were basically changing it up and making it so you couldn't actually use these weapons or for fodder, and instead making it so you want to use these weapons for fodder. You basically got more of them anyway, and we also have Endemios you can use now. Now, in case you happen to miss the recent change they made with these Endemio capsules, you can actually use them now directly for fodder whenever you're upgrading an item. So let's say if we go over to upgrade, I don't know, even if we're going to upgrade a unit, right? Cool, upgrade a unit, we can use Endemios for that unit upgrade. Super, super awesome. If we were to upgrade even one of the gold prim swords, you can use Endemios for it. 100k, basically the exact amount that you get for the capsule if you were to add it to a weapon. The weapon itself by itself is worth about 900. Then you add, of course, the capsule to it. That's 100k, so it's 100k or 100,900 experience overall for a base gold prim sword 2. Pretty solid, very, very nice return on investment. And what you can do is basically stock up these great success rates. Now, it is worth mentioning a few things. First off, the fact that I'm making this video lets more people know about it, meaning that this isn't going to be as lucrative of a process. It's mostly going to be for you to stock this up to save for yourself. And maybe after the stocks on these, dwindle away and players have upgraded enough, we'll be able to sell them or maybe use them over time. It is worth mentioning that technically this only works for weapons, but you could use this for units as well. Units can't be purchased from the shop at Gold Prim plus 60. Hopefully they change that in the future. They make it so it's weapons and units. Maybe an even split of 20-20 instead of giving us 40 of one side. It's not a huge deal overall, but it would be something that's nice. It is also worth mentioning that if you do this process, make sure you lock these. You can't accidentally exchange these for Endemios. So if you're going to Endemio, you can accidentally exchange one of these weapons. I will show it in this video. I actually will get rid of the my capsules and the weapon in this video to show you guys that you can exchange it, and it gets exchanged and it's gone. You no longer have it. You can see I don't have my plus 64 and 62 anymore. It's gone. I didn't effectively just lost 2 levels worth of experience on that. Doesn't come back. There's no warning for it. There should be a warning for that, by the way. Probably a thing that should come up for Endemio capsules, but you can make that mistake. So if you do this, make sure that you lock these. You do not want to go through a process of mass turning a bunch of swords into Endemios to use to upgrade your other swords and accidentally, get rid of all your swords that you've already upgraded. It is also worth mentioning, usually in the past, you would take swords, turn them into armors, and take armors and turn them into swords, depending upon what you needed. But of course, since there are only plus 60 swords, there are no armors. You don't want to swap them over because they don't retain the amount of experience that you added to them. There is no different Endemio that has, of course, more experience. I will go ahead and show you. The Endemio is right there. That's the one I just exchanged for. You guys can see. So doesn't have any extra experience. We can even go through and go as far as to turn it back just in case anyone is a naysayer. It's like, oh, we'll just change it back. It'll definitely work. Here you go. That's the one Endemio that I have. Exchange it back. Cool. Now we can see if I go to my inventory, I should have a base gold prim sword. As you can see, very important to make sure you lock those. You definitely do not want to make that mistake. But the TLDR is grab those weapons from the shop, upgrade them using your capsules, get them to plus 80. Yes, you are going to be investing a bit of Meseta that's involved with it, but they're also cutting the cost of Meseta that's involved for, right? Or of, I'm sorry, Meseta that's involved for doing a lot of things right now. So you are saving quite a bit of money overall, and you're basically banking these great successes, basically making it so these are all worth double the amount of experience, because it is a 100% whenever you go to upgrade. Super awesome. You definitely do not want to miss out on this. It's very, very good. Not worth even, you don't have to use any of your resources. Basically, just grab stuff from the shop and then slam them in there, upgrade them, and then you've got a bunch of weapons set aside to go ahead and upgrade a weapon in the future, or possibly wait until other people use up all of theirs or sell them cheap, and then you can sell yours at a higher rate. It is playing the long con. You have to play a long game, and it may not make you any money right this very second, but it may make you money in the future. It is also worth mentioning you can go ahead and do this for units as well, but keep in mind that the units are going to be a bit of a different situation. It may be worth only upgrading into plus 50, because I mean, like, literally one is going to give you plus 50, right? And if you're looking at the prices, weapons are not going to be worth very much, especially right now. I actually want to go ahead and pull that up. So one sec. As you can see, plus 80 gold perm sword 2 right now, we're only selling for 600k. Now, these used to be worth quite a bit more. You would go upwards of like 2-3 mil per plus 80 that you would go for. But right now, because of this, they're all not worth very much. It is also worth mentioning, I'm going to say this and the market boys are going to freak out on me, but the fact that these swords are 12k and these armors are 6 makes no sense. These should be equivalent. You can literally turn that sword into the armor for 0 cost, just a bit of time. And the time is not worth double the cost of the actual item. So please do not make this mistake. Double check the prices on both. And actually, I'm gonna go just as far as to look for the Endemio, because I'm sure it's up here being sold. Yep, it's right there. It's 6k. The fact the weapons are 12k right now, if you're buying them, please don't. It's not a good investment of your money. It's very, very silly for you to do so when this is available. In the past, I would have been like, I'm not going to say anything, the market boys are going to be mad, but no secrets here. We're going to share everything with everyone. So yep, go ahead and pop over, upgrade these weapons. If you want to maybe make a bit of an investment when it comes to money, go ahead and grab the units. The units actually can be limit broken up to 80. And right now it's cheaper than it has been before. It is minus 75% Meseta cost. The resources that are required to upgrade these, if you've been playing a decent amount of time, or you're doing a bit of farming, you're going to get these in bulk. You're going to have more of them than you know what to do with. So I wouldn't worry too much about the resources. It's mostly the Meseta cost. So there is a Meseta investment you need to think about when you're going for these. You need to unlock them as far as they go. I would at the bare minimum go for 70 and maybe try to bank on the 70 caps of more of them. That might be a bit cheaper. But I would highly recommend doing your own research. Look into this, figure out how it benefits you primarily. Maybe you want to stock up and save. Maybe you want to use these and sell them now to make a bit of extra scratch while people are going after them. Just keep in mind, usually when people need something, it's not when it's always available. So it's definitely worth thinking about for future reference. And if you're probably thinking, oh, well, what do I do about getting enough Meseta to start this process, or getting the seasonal points to go ahead and to clean out the seasonal shop? I don't know what I can do. Doing your dailies is a good way of getting your seasonal points if you don't want to play for a long period of time a day. Just doing dailies every single day will get your seasonal points. Granted, this is too late at this point. You want to go ahead and take care of that process, but this is just some general advice overall. If you're not playing a whole lot, just doing dailies, which would maybe take you less than an hour a day if you're just focused on the daily specifically, will net you quite a bit of seasonal points to buy some stuff from the shop. If you have the time, go over to deck space and farm. It is a lucrative points farm. It is a lucrative money farm. You can pop your boosters. If you have auto sale, it's even better. Technically, you don't even need auto sale to farm deck space. I've farmed it along with some of my alliance mates who did not have premium, who did not have auto sale the entire time. They had their 1 hour, and then we farmed for like 3 or 4 hours. And the difference in Meseta wasn't a massive amount. They still made quite a bit of money. They still made quite a bit of points. And realistically, it's not super difficult. You can just toss on force as a sub, or if you're a main force, hey, more power to you, and just turn your brain off and massively PSE farm. You can do it with pugs. You can do it with friends. You don't have to have friends specifically. Everyone's farming deck space. Everyone's about trying to make money right now. The biggest thing is, of course, you want to feed the meter. Make sure the meter on the left-hand side is gone up to about 4, and then you go for the actual trial that pushes it up to 5. It's not a guaranteed way of getting it to happen. You basically have to try to manipulate the meter the best of your ability. Get it up to 3 whenever you have a chaos trial, get it up to 4 whenever it's a regular trial. And if it's an item mana trial, just get it done as soon as possible. Of course, when storms are going on, it's a great time to go ahead and farm because it's 4 by default. Every trial will get you a PSE burst and you'll be good to go. But like I mentioned, it's not an exact science. We are just trying to do the best we possibly can. Hopefully this does help out someone. Again, I want to get this video out yesterday, but running behind and get this video out today, and hopefully you guys will be able to take advantage of it. Please, 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 if you have the time, go ahead and make these. Save them if you're not going to use them right now. They might either make you some money in the future, or they'll be there available to you whenever you want to go ahead and set up a new weapon. That way you're not breaking the bank on costs for materials. We already spent enough money on the other stuff. Hopefully we can save you some money here. Anyway, let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, my friends. Peace out.